2, big game breakdown, live out, sportsbookreview.com. Tonight, Sugar Bowl, good game, Auburn, Oklahoma, 5:30 Pacific, Oklahoma 3, 64.5 the total. Oklahoma has the skill players, NFL potential starters, QB, running back, wide receiver. Auburn, the much better defense, and the distraction, the press conference by Mixon. Oklahoma standing behind their original punishment with Mixon after he did the presser when the videotape was released.
Yeah, and I mean, from an Oklahoma standpoint, I agree with the assessment that once you've given a player his discipline, whether that discipline was right or wrong, you're not going to revisit it after the fact. You don't want double jeopardy stuff coming into play. Whether Mixon's original punishment was appropriate or not for us to discuss. What us to discuss is, can Auburn cover the 3-point spread, or is this a spot for Bama to roll? And you talk about the Oklahoma skill position talent. I mean, yeah, not just NFL talent, starters, potential Pro Bowl. When you think about what they bring to the table at the college level, and I know that Auburn defense is pretty good. The Auburn offense wasn't. I mean, Gus Malzahn, who came to Auburn with an offensive juggernaut reputation, obviously he was one of the spread offense gurus. The offense all year was vanilla. They were only effective when they were up against defensive fronts they could push around. And the quarterback play from Shaun White, he's mobile. He doesn't throw the football particularly well. So I got my concerns here about Auburn's ability to trade points with an offense like that of the Sooners.
Well, Oklahoma was a hot team at the end of the season, but those 2 early losses kept them out of the playoff. They gave up 30 points per game, leaky defense, but you see all the star players they have on offense. Mayfield's monster numbers. Westbrook had 74 catches for 1,500 yards. All 16 of his touchdowns came in the last 9 games, and we've talked about P. Ryan and Mixon all the time here on Sportsbook this entire season, how dangerous they are.
They are, but I mean, in general, both this year and in bowls past, the finesse teams don't do particularly well. And the good defensive teams like Auburn tend to do pretty well. I mean, Auburn, that's a really athletic defense. They have speed. They have depth. They only give up 17 points per game versus FBS foes. But, Oklahoma's not a finesse team. Don't think that for a minute. They will pound you up front. So while some of the finesse teams haven't had real good bowls, I'm not looking at Oklahoma in that department at all. And Auburn has no chance if Oklahoma gets a lead. I mean, I know that Tiger defense is leaky. Yeah, they give up 30 points a game against some of those Big 12 offenses. But Auburn doesn't score 30 these days. They haven't. We'll get back to this game when it comes to play of the day tonight.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.